This is your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from Dr. Don's Weather. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by Heron's Tree Service, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Waite Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, and Bama Diesel Repair. From the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms, here's Dr. Don.
Good morning, East Alabama and West Georgia. Welcome to your Sunday. Thank you, Mayor Donna McKay and the Town Council in Wadley, Alabama, for being a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather. We love us some Wadley, Alabama, over there on the West Bank. And we thank you guys for supporting us here on Dr. Don's Weather. So if you are a municipality, county government, maybe even a civic organization, and you would like to be a partner with us here on Dr. Don's Weather, we'd love to have you. Just send me a message on Messenger, and we can have you started by the time we do our next weather forecast, or even if we have to do severe weather coverage this afternoon, we can have you started by that time as well. So get in touch with me right now. Send me that message on Messenger, and we can get you started. This guy right here can hook you up with some great insurance, folks, and he can most likely save you a lot of money. Hey, you can't go wrong there. All you have to do is get in touch with Jamie Dukas by scanning that QR code. You can click the link at the top of the video, or you can jot this number down and give him a call, 256-831-7770. Jamie Dukas can save you money with Alpha Insurance, and he's a local guy. Grew up in Woodland, Alabama. You know him. He's a good dude, and he can save you a lot of money. Get in touch with Jamie Dukas today. Also, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Also, make sure you click that little bell so that when we go live to cover severe weather, you'll be guaranteed to get that push notification, and we just may have to do that today. We are watching MCS. You know, we've talked about it many times, the mesoscale convective system. We've got one diving down across Oklahoma, Nebraska, into Arkansas, and that is going to move into Mississippi and Alabama later on today. We'll show you that in just a few moments. It's already well underway. And so we may have to deal with some severe weather. Not only today, but we may have to deal with severe weather on Monday as well. Look at that enhanced risk across northeast Georgia, eastern Tennessee, across northern South Carolina, and up into North Carolina and the Virginias on Monday. And that slight risk category makes it all the way down into East Alabama and West Georgia. The marginal risk all the way pretty much to the Gulf Coast. So I think today will be more isolated. Tomorrow will be more widespread. And then we may have to deal with severe weather yet again on Tuesday. We have a marginal risk at the moment across East Alabama and West Georgia. So a very active weather pattern starting this afternoon and continuing all the way through Tuesday for a large section of the southeastern United States, to include East Alabama and West Georgia. And if that were not enough, we're going to be dealing with excessive heat today as well. Let's talk severe. Here's the latest from the National Weather Service office out of Birmingham. This is the setup for today. Most of our coverage area, basically from I-20 south, covered under that marginal risk. And so that means that damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour and quarter-sized hail will be possible. And the time frame on that, if you're over in Talladega, Clay, probably 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you're in Randolph, Tallapoosa, Chambers, down into Lee County and our West Georgia counties, you're looking at 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. over on the Eastern time zone. So that's kind of the idea today. We believe the further north you go, the higher that risk will be. North of I-20 is where the best chance will be for severe weather this afternoon. Then as we head into Monday, look at that. That slight risk category is all the way down to the I-85 corridor on Monday. Damaging wind up to 60 miles per hour and large hail will cover all of the Dr. Don coverage area in East Alabama and West Georgia on your Monday. It's going to be breezy on Monday as well, with winds kicking up 20-25 miles per hour. And then on Tuesday, there's a chance of severe weather. Basically from about Wedowee over to Ashland and Sylacauga south on Tuesday, we're looking at a marginal risk of damaging winds of up to 60 miles per hour. Also, factor into all of that this extreme heat today. We're talking heat index values anywhere from 105 to 112. I think that 112 will be over in West Alabama. But you got to be careful if you're going to be outdoors today. Take frequent breaks. Make sure you drink plenty of liquid. Check on the elderly. Don't ever, under any circumstance, leave a child or a pet unattended in an automobile, regardless of the temperature outside. That's just not a thing you should do. And just be cautious out there. Be very careful, and take note that it is going to be another hot day across East Alabama and West Georgia. Good news is nothing's happening out in the tropics. A little strange that we're this quiet. I mean, here we are. June, July. We're almost 2.5 months into hurricane season, and we have not had even a tropical depression threaten the southeastern United States, which I'm okay with that, but it's extremely unusual for us not to at least deal with a tropical depression or a tropical storm by this time. I mean, heck, we typically deal with one before June 1st. Didn't happen this year and hadn't happened so far. Don't know if that is a sign of some really ugly stuff to come, or if it's just going to be a quiet tropical season. I'll take the latter. Current conditions at the East Alabama Bee Company down at the venue at 5 Points Farms. Gorgeous place. If you have a wedding or special event on the way, you're going to want to get in touch with Miss Cindy down at 5 Point Farms. The venue, the number's right there on the screen. Temperature is 75. We have fair conditions at the moment. That's going to quickly give away to mostly cloudy conditions. Wind is calm. Humidity is 97%. The barometric pressure is 30.00, 74 degrees with dew point. No rain the past 24 hours. That's about to change. The high yesterday was 90. Sunrise this morning at 5:57. Sun sets this evening at 7:37 p.m. 92 will be the high this afternoon in Roanoke, but it's going to feel like it's 104, so be careful out there. 92 in Ashland, Lineville, Wedowee, Woodland, 91 up in Ranburne. Alexander City will make it to 95. Valley will top out at 94, and Auburn hits 94 degrees this afternoon. So there's your 6-day forecast from the Alpha Weather Center. Jamie Dukas, your local Alpha agent. 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. Some storms could be severe this afternoon. Those showers and thunderstorms will continue through about 8 or 9 p.m. this evening. High temperature of 92. 72 will be your overnight low. On Monday, we'll introduce a little sun. It's going to be breezy as well on Monday. Give you a 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. We have a slight risk of severe weather on Monday. Hey, don't let that slight risk category fool you. It sounds like a slight risk, which sounds like, well, there's not much of a risk. Actually, in weather terms, a slight risk of severe weather is pretty significant, so pay attention to it. 94 will be your high on Monday, 72 on Monday night. Then on Tuesday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather. That, to me, is a small risk on Tuesday, but it is there. 88 will be your high, so temperatures will back off a bit. And then on Wednesday and Thursday, Friday, 30 to 50% chance of scattered thunderstorms each day. It's going to be a very active pattern, which has been the MO so far this summer. I mean, this is what we've had all summer long, and it's going to continue for most of next week. Southern Union State Community College Live Doppler HD radar. Got a couple of different areas of activity I want to point out. The first one is near Chattanooga, Tennessee this morning. That is a small MCS complex or mesoscale convective system that's moving off to the east. Occasionally, it is producing a severe thunderstorm warning and a few special weather statements right there around Chattanooga. We're keeping a real close watch on an area that has just kind of split off down to the south that passed just north of Gadsden. It's headed for Rome. So you folks over here northeast Georgia, pay attention to that little cell that's coming soon across the Alabama-Georgia state line into the Rome area. That could be an issue for us in an hour or 2 hours over here in northeast Georgia. Down here in East Alabama and West Georgia, nothing going on this morning. We're all good right now, but point out and understand, you see that frontal zone that's depicted by that red line. That is probably going to be the track or the railroad track, the highway, the avenue, if you will, for this next MCS system that's coming down through Fort Smith, Arkansas. It's most likely going to track right along or just north of that red and purple line you see across central Alabama and central Georgia. That's what will bring our chance of severe weather into East Alabama and West Georgia later on this afternoon, probably late this afternoon into the first part of the overnight. We could see some damaging straight line winds, some small hail, and even a quick spin up tornado cannot be completely ruled out with this system later on this afternoon. And then on Monday, we're going to have pretty much the same setup. We'll have another MCS dive down from the northwest, and the same thing will happen again on Tuesday. It's that weather pattern that we've been stuck in the entire summer. It is back with a vengeance. Severe weather possibilities today, tomorrow, and again on Tuesday. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. It's at DSTREN1040. We broadcast all of our weather information on Twitter, just as we do on Facebook, YouTube, and at DrDonWX.com. That's our home on the World Wide Web. Again, don't forget you can catch my daily weather forecast over on God's Country 90.9 FM and the classic 89.7 East Alabama's classic rock giant. If you own a business, if you're part of a civic organization or a county, a municipal government, and you'd like to be a partner with us on Dr. Don's Weather, we'd love to have you. That's what ensures that we can continue to give severe weather coverage to East Alabama and West Georgia. All you have to do is send me a message on Messenger, and I can have you started before we do our next live broadcast, which likely will be later on this afternoon for severe weather coverage across East Alabama and West Georgia. Y'all remain weather aware today, and we'll be back with coverage as soon as conditions warrant.
This has been your primetime forecast for East Alabama and West Georgia from the Alpha Weather Center, powered by Southern Union State Community College and the venue at 5 Points Farms. Dr. Don's Weather is supported by Heron's Tree Service, Roger Bell Auto Brokers, Southern Auction Solutions, Genesis Weight Clinic, Jimmy Stevens Construction, Anchor Roofing, the Town of Wadley, Auction 431 South, and Bama Diesel Repair. Be sure to like us on Facebook, share us with all of your friends, and subscribe to Dr. Don's Weather on YouTube. We will be back tomorrow morning with another edition of your primetime forecast on Dr. Don's Weather.